So here we are in the live environment. I have the integration already configured, but I'll walk through the steps on how I have this configured. So first off, our syslog server is on a different server than the Spectre server. So here we see 58.98 and 58.71. So that's because I happen to have my syslog server sending off to multiple Spectrum environments, not just this one. And again, this would be also how you would have it configured in a Windows environment. The way we actually create this, you notice my system edge host model here is blue. It's an initial state. That's to be expected since I do not have system edge on here. But the way we create that is we go create new model by type, select host system edge, pop in our IP address, give it a name. The SNMP community string doesn't really matter because we're not going to pull it via SNMP. And then we hit OK and we wait for it to model, and we'll see it show up. And then once we have it running, we'll actually start seeing events coming in for syslog messages here. So we can see I have my duplex mismatches, etc., coming in, and other assorted messages, which we'll look at a bit. On the syslog server, let's go take a look at that. So there's an out-of-the-box one that ships, as I point out. The SNMP format template and a warning one we ship with as well. And then you see some of the rule sets that we have here. It's just the basic emergency and fatal and NAT allocation, address allocation failure there. Those are just things to start with. So one of the comments I've heard was, hey, we enable this and we don't see any messages coming in. And yeah, that's by design. The idea is we want you to consider what messages you want forward in before just kind of opening up the floodgates and sending everything to Spectrum, since syslogs can be very chatty. So the idea is if you're doing this in a lab environment, you can open this up to something more along the lines of, either sending, where syslog priority is less than 5, for example, less than or equal to 5, or do some other regular expression matches here to send those up as traps. Or you could potentially send everything up, right? So if you're doing it in the lab environment. So I'll walk through here. This is a more involved one that I have, where we've got, I have multiple templates coming in since I'm possibly sending them up as other messages. But here's one where I'm literally just sending up, here's my rule set. And then for my test system here, I'm basically sending up as everything. And then here's an example of, checking on the syslog priority here. As well as writing to disk. So again, just different templates that you can do here. Going back to our parse maps here. So on the Spectre server, it's in the parse maps directory. The one that we had before from the slides was the align 3 spurious, and so we can see the actual event and then the matching parameters that we want here. For one that I did before that I created as a custom was the CDP for duplex mismatch. So you can see here's my custom event code, and then what's the actual parsing that I want to do here. So here you see an example. I want to match on duplex mismatch discovered on, and then I want to pull out the interface. I want to pull out the duplex status, the partner device, the interface on the other side, and the duplex status there. So you still have to have event disp, an EV format, and pcause file. So that's just like what you're used to with mapping traps. And then if we come to our alarms here, we see I have a number of them. These are all, by the way, just the out of the box. So you can see I have same cause code, but different alarm severity based on the parameters sent up from the syslog server and the trap there. And then something that's a bit more advanced that I'd like to cover in a upcoming session is the ability to do event procedures on these syslog messages as well. So if you notice, we were asserting the syslog messages on a device basis using event procedures. We can actually go in and change that assertion to move them to interfaces. And so we're actually doing that for our duplex mismatch alarms as well as the line proto up-down. So thanks for now. Stay tuned for upcoming sessions on syslog and NetOps. Thanks for your time.